What's good, y'all? This your country cousin Pete McCorvey, aka Petey Mac. Man, get on up here, pull you up one, light you up one, kick your shoes off, relax, baby. You around family, we on the porch. It's Pete McCorvey's Porch Talk. Let's do this. What's good, family? This your country cousin Pete McCorvey, aka Petey Mac. Welcome back to the porch once again, man. Yeah, we back on the porch, man, for another week. This week been a little different. I've started a new regimen. Started going back to the gym. Like halfway through last year, I started going to the gym, was making progress, and then, Thanksgiving hit. Then right after Thanksgiving hit, just was a downward spiral because Christmas hit. And then next thing I know, 1 month turned into 2 months, and then 2 months, turned into another one. But like I decided, I didn't do the New Year's resolution. I said I'm not going to do that because, most people say January 1st, I'm going to go in there. So I was like, nah, I'm going to give it to probably March. And then I'll get in there because they usually say like round about like 2 to 3 weeks. Everybody who made that New Year's resolution to go to the gym, they slack off and they stop going. So I figure, all right, so it'll be back to the normal traffic that's in the gym by March. So I just started back then because, I don't want no gut, but a gut is not my problem. I'm going to tell y'all what I don't want. I don't want no breasts. You know what I'm saying? I really don't want no breasts because, not because it don't look good. Let's say you and your woman, y'all get into it, like I said, y'all having sex or something, and then she grab on your breasts and all that. And then, what if that's an unknown kink that I like? Like how some fellas, they like a finger up to, and I mean, I don't think they just requested. I think they was with a girl who was freaky, and she just tried it, and then they were like, I don't want to know that I got that kink that I like my breasts being grabbed on. So yeah, I'm just taking that out the equation. So yeah, I'm trying to do that. But it's real hard to do because, food is so amazing. If you know me, I love hamburgers. So to not eat hamburgers as frequently or to use that as my cheat meal, so to speak, that's gonna be a little different. But I'm proud of myself. Actually been to the gym 3 times this week. Hopefully I can go after I get through with this episode with you guys. But I got a little function I got to go to, and I got some stuff I got to do before the function. So I'm going to try to go see if I can get a quick workout right quick, and fingers crossed because, like I said, I already did 3 for the week, but like I'm trying to do 4, then hopefully if I can do 5, that's a great week. So yeah, this past week has been kind of heavy because 2 people from my childhood, one of them was before my childhood. Like he was around during my parents' childhood. They left us. Wednesday, we lost. This was real hard. We lost Michelle Trachtenberg, actress Michelle Trachtenberg. If you don't know who that is, she got her start as Nona on The Adventures of Pete and Pete, the old Nickelodeon show, The Adventures of Pete and Pete. Then she went on to become Harriet the Spy in the Nickelodeon movie Harriet the Spy. Ended up playing Penny on Disney's live-action version of Inspector Gadget, with Matthew Broderick as Inspector Gadget, and D.L. Hughley played the Gadget Mobile. He was the voice of the Gadget Mobile. And she was also on Charmed and the show Charmed. Not Charmed, I'm sorry. She was on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And she was also in the movie Euro Trip. And she was also in the movie this was kind of hard because she was in the movie 17 again with Zac Efron and Matthew Perry, who also left us recently. So, damn, that was a hard one. Like I said, because that's my childhood right there. That's right in the fields of my childhood because her being Harriet the Spy, that was Nickelodeon's first movie in 1996. So if it not had been for her and Harriet the Spy, we would have never got movies like Good Burger. We would have never got Snow Day and a couple other Nickelodeon movies. We would have never gotten the Wild Thornberrys movie, the Rugrats movie, which meaning we never would have got the song Take Me There by Maya, Blackstreet Mace, and whoever that other guy that was on there, because I never heard anything else from the other guy that shared the rapping verse with Mace. But yeah, so this is a hard one. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna keep it funky with y'all. She actually was my first little white girl crush. Like how you see a white girl thought she was cute. I had the biggest crush on Michelle Trachtenberg. Growing up, like I watched Harriet the Spy Lord knows how many times. It's a good movie, but I mainly watched it because I thought she was like the cutest little thing walking. I remember a couple of my older cousins, they didn't like me, having those type of feelings for a little white girl. They thought something was wrong, but I thought she was the cutest thing walking at the time. So this was a hard pill to swallow, because I'm a 90s kid. So I think, to me, honestly, that was the greatest time to be a child, a teenager, and a young adult. And so this one is a big blow to the past, to my past. So R.I.P. to her. Now the other person that died, and it's some crazy circumstances around his death. I don't even know what to say about his death, because it's just weird. The day after she died, we lost legendary actor Gene Hackman, who was like 95 years old. And it's crazy because they said they went to his home in the Southwest. I want to say it was Arizona, but it could have been New Mexico. But I'm just going to say in the American Southwest. And he was dead. They found him dead. They found his wife dead. They found their dog dead. And they said they got reports from authorities that they're not suspecting foul play. I'm like, how, Sway? How are you not suspecting foul play? Every occupant in the house is deceased. That's a hard one to swallow, because he had classic movies. Me being a Mississippian, he was in Mississippi Burning with Willem Dafoe, and that was one of the first acting jobs for Darius McQuarrie, who y'all know as Eddie Winslow on Family Matters, who's had his own deal of trouble in the past with his dating life, especially recently. I ain't even gonna go into detail with him, but all I can say is just Eddie, you taking L's left and right. But he was in a movie that came out in the early 70s that said it's supposed to be one of the great movies when it comes to cop movies, because in the 70s cop movies were real big. Cop movies, cop TV were real big, and that's The French Connection, which was kind of detailing how heroin was coming from the Corsican mob into the country, where he played NYPD detective Popeye Doyle, where he did his thing in that one. He was in Enemy of the State with Will Smith. But what really hurts me, especially with this coming up in his college basketball going on, we about to go into March Madness, and not only March Madness, a lot of high schoolers are playing for the state title. He was in the 1986 basketball classic Hoosiers. He's Coach Norman Dale of the Indiana High School Hickory Huskers, who ended up winning the state championship in the early 50s. Very classic movie. So that really hits hard with basketball season going on. And yeah, man, RIP to them too. Now, I'm talking about basketball. I gotta give a big shout out to my high school alma mater, the Pascagoula Panthers. They went deep into the playoffs, but unfortunately, they lost the semifinals to high school called Ridgeland. They lost the semifinal, but big ups to them because they keep going deep and deep into the playoffs every year. They were, for the majority seat, they were number one in the state, and kind of got mixed emotions about the Panthers because when I graduated from Pascagoula, I started at Moss Point, who's their rival, and they dog walked Moss Point this season. Like, so it just, but like, congratulations to them on a wonderful season. Their coach he's doing great things with them. I think he gonna have a long lasting job with Pascagoula. I mean, by the time he leaves Pascagoula, they probably gonna have to rename the gym for him like they did at Moss Point High School for legendary coach they had over there, Coach Arthur Haynes. They probably gonna rename the gym for a dude named Lorenzo Wright. Coach Wright. Keep doing good work, man. Like I think next year he finally gonna break through and get that ring. Also, when it comes to high school basketball, up in Washington State, because got friends up there, keeping up with them. Like my homeboy Bo Blast. I remember his son used to play for Tacoma Lincoln Aves, and they're going deep in the playoffs right now. They got to go up against perennial powerhouse Garfield out of Seattle. And you know who Garfield's coach is? He was an alumni who also played in the NBA. That's a brother named Brandon Roy. And if I'm not mistaken, he won the state title last year. So that's going to be a dogfight. That game is supposed to be 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time out there. I'm going to try to see if I can find the link for it to watch it, but that's going to be a good game. So, big ups to Pascagoula for your great run. Best wishes to the Lincoln Aves as y'all take on the mighty Bulldogs of Garfield High out of Seattle. Like I said, basketball is just hitting right now. Now I'm just, after this is done, I just gotta wait for the NCAA title and see what my Duke Blue Devils gonna do. I can't see what my Georgetown Hoyas also gonna do, because Georgetown they just been disappointing. Like ever since Big Dog retired in the early 90s and then his son took over. His son had that one fluke season in 2007 where he took him to the national title and could never even get back to the Sweet 16. So if Georgetown even make the tournament and they come out of nowhere and do something, that'll be almost as like, that'll almost be like as miraculous at that time in, what was it, 2006, when George Mason came out of nowhere and made it all the way to the Final Four. So best wish to everybody when it comes to the game of basketball, and we on to March Madness, baby. Ain't no time like it. It's a time when powerhouses can get knocked off by little teams you ain't never even heard of. It's a beautiful time of the year. Going on to music, 2 albums came out from 2 rappers that I like. Reason released an album Tuesday. No, excuse me, not Reason. Les released an album Tuesday. It's called Dollars and Cents. I remember, y'all know, if y'all heard the last episode, I talked to y'all about the rapper Les, who was from Houston, who kind of got a West Coast feel. And when he released Dollars and Cents, he did that thing I told y'all I can't stand with his album cover, and he didn't put anything on the album cover. Didn't put nothing on there. You just see, but it wrote 10 songs, about a half-hour length, because like I said, songs ain't that. But it was great. It was great rap. It was great production, great vibe. Reason released his album Friday, and it's called I Love You Again. Did the same shit, didn't put nothing on the album cover. And I like his album. His album got a good rap, but he stops in the middle of his album, not interludes, but he like take pause breaks and like talk to the listener. So it was a good album too. I ain't gonna say it was his best album, but I like it. It's definitely got replayability to it. I need somebody to suggest. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna keep focusing. I kind of want to get in some R&B now, so I need somebody to suggest some R&B music to me, man. Like, somebody need to release some. I know Eric Bellinger. I need him to release something because I love Eric Bellinger. He got like a new age R&B feels, like Snow Allegro or Janae Aiko. She need to release something too, man, because I love when she drops stuff. And Victoria Monet, because Victoria Monet be hitting too. Like, I was so glad when she won her damn Grammy for put that on. I'm like, on my mama. I was so happy because she deserved that. Because that song, I know it went triple platinum in my damn car. So that's what's going on in the world of music. Not TV. I didn't really watch anything on TV except for one new show I just watched. A new show with Laverne Cox. Y'all know her from Orange is New Black. She played Sophia, the trans woman who was locked up on Orange is New Black. And one of my personal favorite comedians, George Wallace. They're in a new show on Prime called Clean Slate. Now the premise to it is Laverne Cox's character left home as Desmond, and now she's returning back as Desiree, meaning she transitioned. George Wallace plays her father, Hank, who didn't realize that she had transitioned. She come up on the doorstep and he sees it, and then he deals with it, and then they move on from there. And it shows other town people like in there, like Thelma Hopkins is in there. For those y'all don't know that name, that is the lady who played Aunt Rachel on Family Matters back in the day, as well as Nona's mother on the show Half and Half that starred the beautiful Essex Atkins and Rachel True, which I love Rachel True because she got that like quirky black girl vibe that I've always loved. And even at 50 something, both of them women still can get it. Hell, I ain't gonna lie, Thelma Hopkins get it. She's 70 something. Now the show, it really didn't. It's not bad. I mean, it's charming, but it didn't do it for me, man. It really didn't do it for me, and I'm probably gonna watch it. Like, it's just something to just watch, keep you out. But it wasn't charming. One is because some of the shit on there just was okay. So number one is the whole like the trans thing. Okay, that's the prim. Like we've seen that like umpteen thousand times. Laverne Cox, we get it. You're a trans woman. She's a talented actor, but I feel like it's more than like this whole, because I guess she's based on her experiences. For those of y'all who don't know, and I found this out like a couple years ago, Laverne Cox is from Mobile, Alabama. And she based the show on her coming back to Mobile, which bothered me because I grew up 30 minutes down the road from Mobile, right across the state line. And I also ended up going to college. I transferred from Alcorn State, ended up transferring to University of South Alabama in Mobile, Alabama. And I was living there during my last 2 years. And they made Mobile look like a little sleepy town. Mobile is not a sleepy town. It's like a mid-sized city. And it feels like, see, they had this looking like a little small sleepy town. Everybody knows everybody and all that. And then like the way it looked, they had like some palm trees, looked like it was on the water. That I'm like, that is not Mobile, Alabama. If anything, it looks like the neighboring cities are like maybe Bay Minette or Bayla Battery, because that's what it really like Bayla Battery. For those that don't know, Bayla Battery from Forrest Gump is a legit town, and shrimping is actually one of their main sources of income. But that's what it looked. It looked like somewhere on the water like that. Like it just looked too almost like by the water, almost by a swamp area. Now you got them areas in Mobile, but the way the whole town looked, and then especially the Mardi Gras scene they had, That is not Mobile during Mardi Gras. I've been to Mobile during Mardi Gras, which is actually the birthplace of Mardi Gras. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell a New Orleans native that, because boy, they will lose their shit. Or we did it better, baby. You hear me? You know, yeah, okay. Well, we ain't talking about who did it better. We talking about where the hell it got started first. And what they had shown in Mardi Gras for that, I'm like, nah, y'all got Mobile looking like a sleepy town. Nah, Mobile go up for Mardi Gras, especially that night parade. Anybody from the like that area, like anywhere, like in the media area, Mobile, you know that damn night parade, boy. You got to keep your head on the swivel, boy, because that's when them boys come out. The police and them street niggas come out. So yeah, they made it look too small towns, and then there's a couple of things where they insulted the intelligence of the audience. So the Vern Cox character Desiree has a friend, and who was the choir director, and he was closeted. But my thing is, like, let's be honest, y'all, in the black community, the stereotype is the choir director is gay. I mean, and they had a couple characters who around him knew that he was gay, so he thought he was hiding it, which I love that they had that aspect of it, because it's like some people trying to hide they gay, and it's like, who the hell was you fooling? Like, for instance, like, you know, like when Tevin Campbell came out the closet a couple years ago saying that he was bisexual, it's like, you didn't hide that from nobody. Or like a lot of people getting mad at Godfrey for saying what he said about the late great James Avery, who's known for playing Uncle Phil on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and playing the voice of Shredder in the 1987 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cartoon series. He was, and people, because he was like, I'm sorry for saying that about him being gay and all that. And then people in the comments under the IG post he put up, they was like, yeah, it was distasteful, but they was like, I don't know why people are getting mad about him saying that, because that's been a rumor that James Avery been gay for years. I mean, I'm not going to say that is, because if that man was, that is his personal business. All I will say is that man gave us an example of what a successful, good black father was on TV. So just like J. Cole said on No Role Models, first, rest in peace, Uncle Phil. That's real. But yeah, it's like, bro, nobody was hiding, and then, like I said, because it showed everybody else knew that he was gay. But it was like, why did it just had to do this whole closet thing? I understand it's Mobile, because they tried to make it seem like Mobile is stuck in the past, is real homophobic. I'm gonna tell y'all something. During my time in Mobile, I met quite a few proud gay people. It's a city. You're gonna have a melting pot of people. You're gonna have your straight-laced people, you have your religious fanatics, you're gonna have your street people, you have your gay people, you're gonna have just people who just follow us and people who just do their own thing. So that was one thing I was like, all right, that was y'all trying too hard to make it seem like this. They stuck in the 50s. And another one they tried to force is, so Desiree, who's like I said, a trans woman, and her father Hank's employee, who ends up becoming his partner, Mac, it's a white guy who's an ex-con. Mac is attracted to Desiree, and I'm sitting there like, you just gonna just have this man just being attracted to a trans woman? Like, I find it real hard to believe that a good old boy in Alabama, knowing she's trans, that wasn't believable to me. That wasn't believable, because it crosses too many lines. Especially if you trying to paint this picture that they stuck in the past. One, a white dude ain't finna go for no black woman, but a white good old boy definitely ain't finna go for no black trans woman. So that was like totally unbelievable. Now, what I did like about it is Mac has a daughter in there. I love her character. Her name was Opal, which was a weird name for a little white girl, but still, I love Opal, because Opal kind of reminded me of myself, and I love what they show. They show, yeah, you raised in the South, but you know, you ain't stereotypical Southern person, and you got ambitions to go see the world, and you knowledgeable about the world. Because there's a couple times, like, when Desiree would talk to Opal about stuff in New York, and Opal could tell her some stuff she knew about New York and all that, this, that, and the third. That's just like when people talk to me, and they'll say something about LA, and I'll be like, no, if you know about LA, you know the boundaries for this set is this and that and this, and everybody like, you sure you're not from LA? Because my homegirl Lauren, who grew up in South Central, she tells me all the time, she said, dude, you are a black man in Mississippi who was born in 89. I said, she's like, that's your body, she said, but your spirit is a dude who was born in like Long Beach in like 1972 to 75 and went to Poly and probably was a rolling 20s Eastside Long Beach crib. So I like that they did it. And then two, Opal had a Southern accent, but they didn't exaggerate. That's the number one thing I hate to see when I watch movies and TV shows. Like, for instance, P-Valley. I just hate that accent because it's overdrawn. Especially, I hate when they have black people in there because they will give black Southerners that white Southern accent, and I can't stand that shit. So I like that they didn't do that with everybody. You know, like they had Thelma Hopkins in there. She didn't have that outrageous Southern accent. George Wallace, he's from Atlanta. They let him talk like he normally talk. And George Wallace, boy, I ain't gonna lie. He anytime you get to see George Wallace in anything, that's a treat. Like he felt like he was straight off the set of The Wash. So I'm gonna watch it season 2 when it come out, but I give it a C. You know, but then I found out who it was produced by. It's produced by Norman Lear, which I'm trying to figure out how Norman Lear is producing stuff, and he's been dead since 2023. I don't know how the state of not work, but he still can produce credit. And we all know, if you know Norman Lear, he's known for having shows or like content that he puts out to the masses about things that we have in life, but you know, people just not ready to accept. Like, for instance, All in the Family, Archie Bunker dealt with all kind of shit. He said everything that came out his mouth. He didn't care if it was racist, homophobic, anti-Semitic. He said it. You know, then he had Good Times, which I've always told people I never liked that show, and I don't understand why black people thought it was a staple in our lexicon, especially with Florida, who was the villain who kept them in the projects. But he did that show. He did Maud with B. Arthur. That's the woman that played Dorothy on the Golden Girls. And you know, you didn't see the woman being anything more than a housewife in the background, but she was a strong, independent thinking woman. So like, he's known to push the envelope. But I give it a C+, you know, on the strength of, you know, George Wallace being in it, Thelma Hopkins being in it, and then, you know, this is helping Laverne Cox, you know, live her truth and tell her story. So I give it a C+ on that, and I'll probably watch it again. But yeah, it wasn't really groundbreaking, and I didn't really even laugh at it. It just, because it really was that really comical. But it's enjoyable to watch. It's something to pass the time. This is gonna be my last topic before I get out of here. And I don't know if I spoke on this last week. I might have, but it's some posts that I be seeing on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok that I'm tired of. And I'm gonna tell y'all the one that just triggered me to make this topic. So I was on Facebook before I started recording. I seen a post that showed Lawrence Fishburne as Fury Styles and Boys in the Hood. I don't need to tell you back to her. If you listen to this and you don't know about Boys in the Hood, we ain't really family. I'm gonna keep it real with you. But the title of the caption for the post was like, maturing is realizing that Furious was actually a street dude once upon a time. And I'm sitting here thinking like, did you not watch the movie? Because when they were at the water, when Trey was 10 years old, he clearly told Trey, I had friends that was out there doing the wrong thing. I was running with, some of them were killing people, some of them robbing people, some of them were even killing people. And that's why I joined the army and go to Vietnam, because I wanted to be somebody to look up to. He literally just said, I was in the street, saw that this ain't it, I got out of that because I wanted to be there for you and give you a good example. Another one I had seen, and I made a TikTok about this, is where, which is coincidentally, it's also another John Singleton movie. It was Baby Boy, and it was a scene, it was a still shot from right after Yvette, quote unquote, broke up with Jody. He was riding down the street and they was beginning to play Summer Madness by Kool and the Gang in the background with the little kids riding, and he just pissed off because he finally lost his baby mama / girlfriend. And they put the title of that, that caption was, growing up, maturing is realizing that Jody was a bum. I'm like, you fucking idiot. That was the central theme of the movie. That was why it was called Baby Boy. It's showing that he's 20 years old, got 2 children, no job, and still live with his mama. How the hell could you not see that he was a bum? You didn't have to mature to see that. I was 12 years old in the theater watching it, and I realized, this nigga sorry. If you had to mature like that, if you had to mature to catch certain things like that in movies that was obviously people said something or they showed something to show you that it was a plot device, I promise to God you're a prime example of why No Child Left Behind failed the hell out of us. Watch the movie and it's telling you that. Y'all get on my nerves with that shit. Y'all are not profound. Y'all not deep. That's what the fucking filmmaker wanted you to see. That was the message that they were conveying to you. It took you 20 years to catch it. You stupid as hell. You dumb. You slow. There's another word I want to say, but I can't say it because you can't say that no more. Yeah. I'm about to get up out of here, y'all. You know, because that one, like, yeah, that was, I'm hotter than fish grease at a cookout in July behind that one. I need to calm down. So, yeah, I'm about to get up out of here. Y'all know where to follow me at. You know, you find me on Facebook under the name. You know, follow me on Instagram, PDMac10, PETYMAC10. Or follow me on TikTok. I'm happy about my TikTok. It's a couple of my shit starting to do numbers. I'm talking about the 10,000, 20,000s and all that. And that's PDMac89, you know, spelled the same way as the Instagram. Just dropped the 1 to 0 and put the 8 and the 9 behind it. About to go get in the streets and do what I got to do before I go to this little get together tonight. Until next week, y'all. Be cool, stay calm, get paid. Holla.